Well, good morning and rise and shine, and welcome to Live at 6:05. I'm Dr. Amy Nussbaum. Welcome to Friday. I don't know about you, but I'm very excited that we have reached Friday and the weekend. Lots of fun things scheduled for this weekend. But today we are going to talk about something that many of us wrestle with, and that is that work-life harmony. Again, being excited that it is Friday. So it's been a little bit of a hectic week at work for me. So notice I didn't say balance though. Balance makes it sound like everything has to be perfectly equal, like scales that can't tip in either direction. It needs to be balanced, but life isn't like that. Let's be honest. Life isn't neat and tidy. Harmony is about finding a place that finds a rhythm and that rhythm that actually works for you in this season. Because let's be honest, some seasons we do need to put a little more time in at work. Some seasons we do need to put a little more time in with home or family, or just depending upon life circumstances. So in this season of life, finding that harmony between the two, the work, the rest, the personal passions, finding all of that in your family, finding that balance isn't really what we're looking for. We're looking for finding that harmony. So think of your life like music, which is great for me, right? Sometimes one instrument plays louder than another. Sometimes one instrument carries the melody, another one has the counter melody. Maybe it's a resting period for one instrument while another carries the melody. But together they create this beautiful song, this beautiful creation of a symphony or of whatever the instruments are playing. Some weeks require us to work more, and that is that instrument that carries the lead. Or maybe other weeks, family needs are a little more priority, so that instrument takes the lead. And sometimes we just need to rest, right? So we need to make sure that rest takes center stage in those weeks, and that's okay. It's about flow, it's about finding that harmony, but not necessarily finding that perfection. So there are three anchors for finding your harmony. First is your priorities, getting clear on what matters most, getting clear on what matters least. Because while everything in life has to get done, some things do take priority. If you don't define it, everything will fight for your attention. So if you don't say, okay, family, God first, family second, and then my career. If that is the season of life you're in, then we need to define it and we need to stick with it. If you are building your career, then maybe that is taking the forefront right now and just defining it so that everybody in your family knows, hey, right now I really need to focus on my career. I will get to spend this time with you, but we'll get there. So, number two is creating boundaries. Once you've identified where your priorities are, being comfortable to say no to what doesn't align with those priorities. So every yes that you say has a cost. So every time you say yes to something that's maybe good, it's still taking you away from things that may be great. So being able to say yes to specific things, but so that you can say no to certain things as well. And then renewal is our third anchor. We need to protect time for rest, but also for joy. When's the last time you did something that really brought you joy, that really, just was so exciting for you? Maybe having dinner with a friend, maybe going on an overnight vacation, maybe, going to see a movie. What was it that really brings you joy? Making sure you've got those things carved into your schedule, not just once a month, but maybe, once a week and just once every 2 weeks, just to get that rhythm so that you have time to rest and time for joy. Um, Even, scripture even tells us that Jesus withdrew to recharge, times of prayer, times to recover from the crowds. So why do we think we can run nonstop without breaks of recovery? We need to realize we are human and we need those break times. So practicing rhythm reset, I encourage you to ask yourself every week, maybe on a Sunday, maybe on a Friday, looking forward, what is essential at work this next week? What does my family need most this week? What is going on? Are there activities? Are there, just special things that need to have a little extra time? Where will I rest and recharge, and plan it in and make them non negotiable? Don't allow yourself to schedule things over those rest and recharge periods. And then how will I invest in something that lights me up personally? Where's the joy? You need to make sure you're bringing the joy into your life. So, friends, you don't have to do all of this all at once. You can let one area of your life play louder for a season while another area of your life softens up. Harmony isn't about being equal, it's about finding that intentional rhythm, finding that intentional, I want to say balance, but that's not what we're looking for. It's that intentional rhythm that keeps you grounded, it keeps you aligned with your values. So, as we're, heading to the weekend, think about what's coming in the following week. Choose one area, work, family, rest, or finding that passion, and intentionally give it space, give it time, and see how shifting just one piece changes the song of your life. And if you're ready to go deeper in creating a sustainable rhythm in your life, that something that actually works for you, I'd love to walk alongside you in one-on-one coaching. So let me know and let's create that harmony together. So, you guys, I hope you have a great weekend. Um, Resting, recharging, finding that joy. I look forward to seeing you again on Monday. But until then, remember, you are made for more. So go light up this world with your purpose and with your passions.